name is Beck, and you Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. We are doing the 48 Ways to Wisdom, and we nearly finished the 48 Ways to Wisdom. It's very exciting. I'm actually kind of amazed I pushed through the whole thing. When I first started, I thought, 10 minutes a day, no bother, no trouble whatsoever. Yeah, it's a bit of a slog. It's way more than 10 minutes. I got to take time reading it, and going over it, making sure I understand it. It's one of the 48 Ways to Wisdom. That's why you got to teach. It's so you get a good grasp on it. Got to edit and put it out. So there's 48. So I figure each one takes me about half an hour. So that's 48 times 30. 48 is 480. 480. That's 960. Oh man. Okay, 4, 8, 12. I don't know. It's been a bunch of time. Been a lot more time than when I first thought of. But I'm quite glad we did this, and we're up to a good one. We're up to one that I think is really perhaps the most important one of all. So, before we get into it, what are the 48 Ways to Wisdom? 48 Ways to Wisdom are 48 ways that you can be awesome. 48 attitudes of life that you should adopt to make you incredibly effective and powerful. They really will. Now, it helps if you believe in God, but I don't think any of them are really that necessary. You can have any worldview. This was developed by Rabbi Noah Weinberg, God bless him. If you actually had my old roommate from Rabbinical Seminary is staying with us. It's Sabbath day. It's Friday, so Sabbath starts in about 6 hours from now. He bought me this book, which is all about Rev Noah. So I'm actually really looking forward to reading it. I will be reading it over hours. But anyway, this Rav Noah, he developed this thing. It was when How to Win Friends and Influence People in the 70s, 80s. All those self-help books were coming out. So he took something from a 2,000-year-old codification of Jewish law called the Mishnah. One Mishnah in there called in a tractate called Pirkei Avot, where basically took as good advice for life, and it's the 48 ways to acquire wisdom. So that's what it is. So we're in a period of time called the Omer, which is the period of time between the Jewish holiday of Passover and Shavuot, when God revealed himself on Mount Sinai to the assembled Israelites. But the journey from Egypt to Mount Sinai was a physical one and also a spiritual one where you're given great help if you do spiritual endeavors through the whole time. So we've done that. So that's basically why we're doing this now. So we're up to wave 47 on 48 Ways to Wisdom. Before we get there, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. Like we see, while you were with me, I went from about 2,500 subscribers, 2,600 subscribers to 3,000. That's what I was saying. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure you're still subscribed. If you want to be super nice, go and check out my Indiegogo. Which I really thought I'd be finished by now. I thought I'd be wrapping up by now. Best laid plans of mine. Now, why am I not wrapping up right now? Well, it could be because of this. Learn in order to do. The point of anything, the point of all of this, the point of anything is for you to do something. Now, this is something I take to heart, and I take it to heart way too much, because I try and get far too much done in a day. If I just had another 12 hours in a day, I could get so much done, and I want to get it all done, because doing it is the most important thing, right? That's absolutely the most important part of any part of wisdom. So why is it that we don't do things, right? Why, what? Now, people don't quit smoking, man. They knew for decades smoking will kill you, right? But people just don't do it. Why? Because it's hard. People don't do anything because it's hard and because it takes effort, and they only have a finite amount of resources, right? Finite amount of time. But that's the trap. That's the trap that you're in. We call it the Yetzer Hara. There's a voice in your head. The voice in your head that will give you advice that you would never, in a billion years, give other people's. psychologists call it the id. As I said, we call it the evil inclination, the inclination that basically makes you want to die. Yeah, I mean, and it takes you baby steps towards death. But that's essentially we have this lethargy built into us. And it's incumbent upon us to break through that lethargy. So so this way, by the way, in Hebrew is called, was it halamed al? Was it al? He learns in order to do, and that's really that's the core of this way. Anything you're doing, anything you're learning, anything you're studying, you've got to have the end goal of you want to do something with this. And if you don't have that, then I think you're gonna you're just gonna disappear up a cul-de-sac of wisdom, of irrelevancy. Now, it's like, and people say, well, learning for learning's sake. Learning for learning's sake is a good thing, but there is a doing in that. And that doing is making yourself into a more well-read person. And you got to ask yourself, why do I want to be that? Why do I want to be that person? And then as long as you have clarity about it, as long as you understand why you're doing it, what your end goal is, and you have an end goal, then it's great. But if you're just learning as mental masturbation, really, you're missing out. So a great way of breaking through our own personal lethargy that stops us doing stuff, right? Doing something is ritual. Power of ritual is fantastic. Now, we have lots of rituals in life. We say please, we say thank you, and we just do it normally. We just, embed it within, a normal side. And, it's something that we don't really notice, right? It's something that we don't really understand. But just because we have that ritual, it makes social interaction so much better, so much happier, because we're just in the habit of saying please, habit of saying thank you. And we have a intrinsic understanding that if you that if we had a society without these platitudes, which are often empty, the society would be a lot worse. So another reason that we don't do, right? Another reason we don't do is we tell ourselves, it's not possible. It is not possible. And that's, I would say, again, something that of the id to make, or the Yetzirah, or the Satan, whatever you want to call it, right? It's something designed to disempower, make you not do things. It doesn't matter if it's possible or not possible. And also, maybe the end goal may be impossible when you start something. You go through baby steps. Do things the smallest, easiest step you can do, as long as you're moving forward. As long as you're moving forward, again, even in tiny increments, you are moving forward. And that momentum will always carry on. Never fall into a trap saying, well, it's not possible. It's not. It's not. It's impossible to. What difference can I make? You can make a difference to yourself. You can make you into a different person, right? And that is the most fundamental difference, the most fundamental change that anybody could do to any world. Because the way we experience the world is the way that we perceive it. Avoiding mistakes to increase your power of living. Be aware of events happening around you. Appreciate the significance and learn from them. It says a fool learns from his mistakes, but a wise person learns from other mistakes. That's really good advice, right? Look and see what other people have done if they're doing something similar to you. I write and draw comics. I've really studied the other people who sell comics using YouTube, basically using a movement called Comicsgate. I study other people who do what you want to do and study how they did it, right? Do it today. This is a great piece of advice. It doesn't matter if you're going to succeed or fail. It doesn't matter how good it's going to be. Just do it. Just break through that barrier of lethargy, that barrier that says that invisible barrier that we don't know why it's there, but just break through it and say, yeah, and do it. And it doesn't matter. Just go ahead and do it, because you'll find a million reasons not to do it. Just go ahead and do it today. Learn in order to do. The action is the most important thing. There's a great episode of Seinfeld where he complains about them taking his, he rented a car, he reserves a car, and they gave it away to somebody else. And he said, look, anyone can take the reservation. Anyone can take, but it's keeping the reservation. That's the important bit. Yeah, the doing bit. So let's have a quick look at their bullet points. The whole point of wisdom is apply it to make life better. I agree wholeheartedly. Don't put off change today. Don't put off ever. Just always and you know what? I have a thing inside me. If I feel a resistance to do something, that pushes me to go and break through that. This probably probably has got me in trouble more time than not. Talk is cheap, action is commitment. 100%. That's very, very true. Don't assume that just because you learned it, you use it. No, again, there's lots of people who know that smoking will kill you. Still smoke. Making decisions to grow is based on free will, the essence of power of being a human being. That's 100% true as well. I would say the function of being alive is exercising your free will, and the way you exercise your free will is action. And action is everything. So I would say this is a good piece of advice. This is like that you probably want to incorporate into your life. I will recommend it. I would recommend it highly. Learn in order to do, because we all should do something. My name is Eli Beckin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. So you're notified when new videos drop.